Can care lead to control if care is not controlled?
Two different subjects. I care for somebody, I take care of somebody. Doesn't necessarily have to be that I control that somebody. I care. Control means I dominate, I regulate. So two different subjects.
But that is what my question is. Can care lead to control? I think I'm caring for you. But when did that care become control is something I also wouldn't know. Only you would know that it's shifted.
I want you to control me, therefore when you start taking care of me, then I give up everything in your hands, then you start controlling me. It happens inadvertently. It doesn't happen by design, but it cultivates. You are a caretaker. Now, because you are a caretaker, I start depending on you. And when I start depending on you, then you acquire that feeling that, okay, since you are dependent on me, you will do exactly what I tell you. Then you are now tipping over to the side of control. It started with care. It went into the domain of control.
But if I'm the one who shifted from caring to controlling, though it's been handed over to me that, okay, since I'm dependent on you, you can start controlling me. But should I not understand that I'm crossing that thin line?
Up to you, your character. If you enjoy control, then you will acquire more and more control. Who doesn't like control? Person who doesn't like to take actions will not like control. Person who likes to take action will want to be in control. Because you are the doer. The karta. You are the doer. So if you are the doer, then you want to be in control of what you are doing. The karavita, the person who is getting things done, also wants to be in control. The done is not in control. The karma is not in control. The doers are always in control, or at least they want to be in control.
But if I don't appreciate being controlled,
then it is for me to make it known.
And if I make it known, even then,
that is also possible.
They don't accept. Like, I will not accept that I am not controlling. I believe I'm just caring. So that is where the question is basically care vis-a-vis control.
Let's take a concrete case. So there is a caretaker attending to a patient in the house, home care. Okay? The patient is dependent. Several things, the patient who should have done things on his or her own strength is now dependent on the caretaker to do those things for that patient. Naturally, the caretaker comes in control. Now, the patient cannot get up from the bed and wants a plate or a spoon or a fork, and he or she shouts, "Please get me a spoon," and the caretaker is doing something else. हाँ रुको, देती हूँ और देता हूँ. Caretaker is obviously controlling what time, when the patient should be given what the patient is demanding. It is in the control of the caretaker, knowing the invalidity of the person for whom the caretaker is appointed. Now the caretaker is in control.
This example of the caretaker or a doctor would be that I am giving control for my health to someone else. I don't know them. So that control is there because they are better equipped. But if I take a mother or a father, a parent and a child, I care for my child. When they're small, I'm caring for them, everything is okay. But when they're growing up and they're becoming teenagers, and out of care, I'm always there for them, I'm taking care of them. I do not let them experience their life. I feel I'm caring, but in a way I am controlling them so that they don't make wrong decisions, or I'm always there before they need them. You know, their need arises, I'm always there for them. So would that be care or control?
See, all this happens with almost all parents because parenting is a hazy subject. Parenting is a subject which is not taught to parents or to be parents. You have to always look at a child in stages. So from just born to the age of 2, from 2 to 6, from 6 to 12, from 12 to 16, 17. And then as the child becomes an adult, the parent-child relationship exists, but the phases have changed. 0 to 2, a lot of care is required because the child is totally incapable of caring for itself. 2 to 6, the faculty of logic, reasoning, decision, judgment is now slowly growing in the child. So care has to be tempered with control because the child is taking decisions. Decisions are based on inadequate inputs, inadequate reasoning, inadequate logic, naturally, because the experience is inadequate. So the tendency to make mistakes are more at that stage, and therefore the control element has to come in along with the care. It's not at the expense of care. So care and control are now simultaneously operating. Now the child is 6 years old and the child has a fairly highly developed sense of understanding, sense of forming a judgment, sense of taking decisions. Now the care continues, but the control has to be sensitive. This is where the insensitivity of the parents starts coming in, because now the child is exposed to an external environment. The school, the friends, the coaching classes, the extracurricular activities, which can be grossly different from the parent environment. So the parents have to realize that now my child is getting exposed to another set of circumstances. Now you are coming to the age of 12, where there is a hormonal change. So there is an internal turmoil in the child. There are external influences which are of a different nature. They are no longer fun and games only. There is a sense of secrecy, there is a sense of discovery, there is a sense of something new happening. So the parents have to be alive to this changing transient situation. Nowhere the care gets reduced. So care is a constant. Sometimes we use these two words exclusively. Care and control are not exclusive. The control should be along with the care, but the nature of control changes at different phases of the child development. So it is more of a parent education than the child education. This is something which we as a society need to understand, and that is not happening.
That is not happening. Sometimes that control takes charge more.
See, when we can't get the desired results, then we tend to become overbearing, draconian, and then we think that we are in control, and unfortunately we are losing control. The more stricter you become, the lesser control you have.
And we are creating the rebel in the child.
Yes. It is in any situation. You take countries, you take societies, you take communities. The same principle applies. Everything starts hunky-dory and fine, everything is rosy. Then the differences start creeping up. When the child is born, everything is hunky-dory and fine. Everybody is loving, everybody is going gaga. Then the child starts expressing itself. Then there is a difference of opinion. Then the conflicts arise, the conflicts escalate, because there is a lack of understanding. So who is in a better position to understand? The adults. Unfortunately, the adults don't understand, and they allow the child to drift, allow the external forces to take control. You start losing your control as a family, and then to regain that control as a family, you become dominant, you try to control the individual, and the individual drifts further away.
Now, if we take a reverse situation to that, this was of a child being controlled by the parents because the growing period and all of that. Now, when the parents grow old and they have to be looked after by their children. So,
this is typical human behavior. You look at the animals, animals also grow old. None of the children of the animals come back and look after the parents. Aren't they living beings? They're also living beings, taken care of by nature. We have expectations that my child should take care of me. Why should you have that expectation?
No, my question here would be is that the children are taking care of the parents. But the children care for their parents, but they start controlling their parent in the manner that it would be typically a reverse one.
Naturally,
This is right and this is wrong for you.
the caretaker eventually takes control. Because मैं तेरे लिए कुछ कर रहा हूं तो तू मेरी बात मान. मैं तेरे लिए कुछ कर रहा हूं is care, तू मेरी बात मान is control. वो natural है.
So they go hand in glove. I mean, it cannot be separated at all.
How can it be?
Nobody would understand that where to draw the line, whether it is the child or the parent.
Nobody can draw that line. मैं तुम्हारे लिए कुछ कर रहा हूं तो तू मेरी बात मान is natural. नहीं तो तू तेरा कर. फिर मेरे को
This would be something like it is not. Then it could be called that it is not caring. It is like I'm doing a business. I'm doing something for you. You.
Fortunately, it is a transaction. Unfortunately, it is लेन-देन.
तो relationship caring कुछ भी नहीं है.
Even you watch your conversation with me right now. You are talking about care and control. Where is the love factor in it? Love is missing, and love is a law of life. Come to life, and
Love, there is going to be care, right?
if there is love, there will be a lot of care and less of control.
So there is always love. Why I didn't bring up the name or word love out here was that because between a parent and child, love is there.
That's what we assume.
That's why there is care.
That's what we assume, that there is love. People don't understand love. Love is a law. Love is a law of creation.
So is control and care?
Control and care are responsibilities. Love is a law of creation. If there is love, then you will create a relationship. You take two unknown people coming together and creating a relationship out of love. And that relationship is broken when the love is lost.
And why would that love be lost? Maybe because it.
Variety of reasons. Variety of reasons. I don't understand love. If I understood love, I would consider this association as a creative activity. When two individuals come together, totally unknown, they start caring for each other out of love. And then the care suddenly changes to one person dominating or controlling the other. The love starts diminishing. So care and control are compulsions. Decided by us. It is a compulsion decided. I care for you. It's my compulsion. I don't have to care for you. I care for you, therefore you should listen to me. My compulsion. But when there is an association of creation that let's do something together, then there is love in it. There is no care, there is no control. तू तेरे को चाहिए वो कर, मेरे को चाहिए मैं करते हैं. As long as it meets our collective objective. So we are operating life as a corporate, where care and control are important. I care for my job, I care for my product, I care for my market, and I need to do certain things to control these activities so that I achieve my objective. Where is the love in that? It's a corporate activity. When it becomes a personal issue, then the element of love cannot be ignored, which is being ignored. We are treating life like a corporate activity.
Just len-den.
It's become a transaction.
So what is the repercussions when we do not understand?
Broken relationships, broken families, broken units, disrupted society, disharmony, strife, hatred, violence, killing, arson, looting. Are you not seeing this on an escalating scale in the world? These are the consequences because you are only caring and controlling without love. So, I keep saying this again and again. You want to learn all these things, please come to Life and Breath. All these subjects are tackled beautifully in an organized manner. That love is a law of life. There are certain steps to be taken to organize your life. Make yourself healthy, happy, and successful. Try Life and Breath.